Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna Lentz, and in today's video we're going to be doing Flosstube number, I don't know. Flosstube number less than 10, I know that. It's been a while. I apologize, it's been a while since I uploaded a Flosstube. I have been uploading stitching related things to my YouTube channel every week, but not necessarily like a, individual Flosstube, which I'm really excited because I realized that maybe it would be beneficial for me to maybe do these weekly, which wouldn't be that much extra because like I stitch a lot and I sew a lot, and it just might help me be more consistent and better organized as well. Because I think once I have uploaded these tutorials to YouTube, I kind of like in my mind have already discussed it and I'm on to the next thing. And so if I do a Flosstube and I show my WIPs and stuff like that, I think it'll be better for you as a viewer and better for me as, just as for my creative mind maybe. I always feel, so it's just like, my creative mentality, and it's like, calm down, you know what I mean? Anyway, but that's the truth. So what have we been up to? We have been up to a lot. We had family come in. They were moving across country and they stayed the 2 nights and a day. And it just so happened that the day they were here, it snowed in Oklahoma, and it wasn't just like a little bit of snow, like you touch it and be like, oh, snow. It was like we built the friggin' snowman, okay? And we had a snowball fight, and it was really cool because it was wet snow. So there were things that we were able to do as a family with this snow that we weren't able to do in Colorado, just because it was so much more wet of a snow. And so you were able to compact it down and actually make a snowman or throw a snowball, which hurt. Like, kind of a pansy when it comes to certain things, I will admit it. Like as I get older, growing up in Southern California, I wasn't like a big snowboarder, so when we moved to Colorado, like my husband would take the kids sledding, and I was always like, I'll climb up the hill, I'll climb down the hill, sliding down. I did it a couple times and I was like, I'm good. I'll leave the sledding up to you. But, yeah, I saw a picture, I'm going totally off topic. I saw a picture, where was it from? It was from like the 1900s, maybe. I don't know, but it was like these 3 frat boys after a snowball fight, and they were like all messed up from the snowball fight, and I was like, see, those are legit. Anyway, yeah, so that was a lot of fun. It was my daughter's 8th birthday on the 16th, so that was a lot of fun. She wanted crab, and we got a good deal on snow crab, so she had a blast eating that for her Christmas dinner. She felt that the snow was a gift from Mother Nature and God, and she had a great time with that. Did a lot of Christmas things, just really living in the moment, doing a lot of stitching and finishing, so that's been really fun. So yeah, so now Christmas is, coming up soon, and December went just as fast as I thought it would. Also, what I've been doing too is I've been posting pretty much every day on my website. Little things that we've been doing, little synopsis, little writings, instructions, tutorials, sharing my trees and all kinds of fun things. And that has been amazing for me, and I've really enjoyed doing that. That's been I've been focusing on YouTube a lot the last few months, and with the pandemic before that, I just kind of like got lost and did less focus on my website and doing posts and Pinterest. And so giving myself that time for December amongst all the chaos, this goal of like, you're gonna do this every day to keep focused, was the best thing I could have done for myself for December. And so that's something I look forward to continuing in a sort for the next year. But I'll talk about 2021 plans in a separate video. Stitching, we are about 5 minutes in. So stitching, let's talk about what I've done. I've done a lot of FFOing, I've done a lot of finishing. I'll link all of the videos and post everything that I have published down below, as well as show notes to my website. Well, I will have everything linked there. Designers for stuff that I stitched, You know, for one of the things that I finished, I did a lot of color changes. That'll be linked down below. So everything will be linked down below separately, and then to one show notes as well that will have everything else that you might be looking for. Very user friendly. Okay, so let's get started. Let's do FFOs. So the first thing that I finished is the 2020 Santa from Prairie Schooler. And I added my initials and 20 on it. And I finished it with homespun. Oh, my daughter. Hi, sweetie. They're watching a movie. So anyways, I'm really happy with that. I've just had this sitting on my tree. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep this as a pillow or an ornament. I can always add a hanger later. But very happy with this. I did a finishing tutorial for this. The next thing I finished, fully finished, is Candy Cane Coop by Stitching with the Housewives. I stitched this on 28 count T Monaco. And this is on a wooden stand, which I will be making a tutorial for. My husband and I made and stained these. It's a removable pillow, so I can use the same stand and then continue to make similar size shapes, finishing projects, embroidery or cross stitch or whatever, and use them throughout the year. And then I just slide it right back on. And I have a finishing tutorial for this as well, linked down below. And I finished this with some ticking fabric that I got from Walmart. And I'm very happy with it. And by finishing it this way, it tied in with the rest of my decor, because this doesn't match my decor really. It's kind of bright and loud compared to what I have here. And I don't really have very much like this. And I'm very happy that I was to tie it all in together, because I absolutely loved this. So cute. So happy with that. Another finish I will insert here. Sleigh Bells Ring by Little House Needleworks. I've already gifted that. I gifted that to my family that came in to stay with us, so they could have some Christmas decorations up in their new house before they get everything unpacked. And they loved it, and I loved stitching it for them. Let's see, what else? I guess, oh, I also did some sewing. I've done a lot of sewing for my shop. At the Rusty Cabin. I'm going to be doing a lot of sewing for my Etsy store too, but boy, am I glad I didn't do that for this Christmas season, because mail has been nuts. Crazy with mail. And everywhere I'm seeing comments about people like their mail being like just sitting places. And as an Etsy shop owner, like I would be so stressed out that my stuff hadn't been delivered yet. You know, even if you have all of the documentation that this could happen, it still doesn't. First, you have stress as the person who purchased, right? The customer, that your product isn't where you bought it, you know, like it should be to the person you gifted it to, or to your own house so you can exchange it. But then also as the Etsy shop owner or the small business owner or whatever, like to know that, you know, even though you place these things to say there will be delays, it breaks your heart to know that somebody purchased your product and it's not there. Even like a week later, it's still not there, because your heart breaks for your customer. It would for mine. So I'm very relieved that I didn't do that. But I made my girls some aprons, and if you watched my Vlogmas, oh, I did Vlogmas too. Then you would have seen my girls wear these while we baked cookies, and they loved them. They felt beautiful. This is a pattern by I followed a tutorial by Made Every Day. I will also link the video down below and the post down below where I give a lot of detail about these. And so my 8-year-old and my 3-year-old, well, she was 7, but when she wore these, but anyway, they both felt beautiful. And these were very, very simple. This was the first time I had ever gathered anything, so that was fancy. Enjoyed it. I've made more aprons for my shop, my booth in my shop. Let's see. I think that might be it for finishes. So let's go to WIP. Oh yeah, okay, I've got WIPs, okay. So stitching WIPs. If you follow me on Instagram, then you will have seen most of these already. Some of these you haven't seen progress on, and some of these you have no idea about. So the first thing that I started stitching, I started this last week, is the 2018, what is it called? 2018 Dragon Ornament by Just Nan, and it has the embellishment pack. And I have stitched everything except for the Krynick and the backstitch dragonflies, just because I'm waiting for the Krynick. It's been out at 123 Stitch, and so I just kept wanting to place it with another order. Hasn't been in stock, so I Amazoned it. So who knows when it'll be here. But when it is, I'll be able to finish it fully. And this is on the called for casual linen. If I had thought about it, I could have done it here and then done the backing of it here and been able to just do the whole piece on this linen, fully finish it. But now that I haven't and I see the space around it, I think it'd be really pretty to finish it like called for, like in the picture, with the dragonfly and everything, but then maybe frame it. I don't know, I might make it an ornament or I might frame it, because I think that would be really beautiful to have out every year. But look at how pretty. Focus. It's the light behind me, I think. It doesn't want to. But there has blended colors in here, and they're just really pretty. I love stitching the pink and the blends. My first Just Nan, I bought it from the Silver Needle, I think in May, and it's been a lot of fun. It was apparently I've been reading that it's like a really good introduction to Just Nan patterns. So love that. Almost done. Then I pulled this out. If you've watched my other Flosstubes, you'll remember this. It is the Mill Hill Santa down the chimney, and I stitched on him some more. I really like him. I don't not stitch him because I don't like him, but I've talked about this before. I found that holding this on like my death grip, I get some pain in my elbow. So I'm just gonna stitch this off and on until it's done, because I really love him. And so I did all this part, and I want to get to the beading. So I like this a lot. So I worked on that this week. And I found a new, okay, so I've been on Instagram a lot, right? Like I'm big on Instagram. I'm not big on Instagram. I like following people on Instagram. I like following people on YouTube. I like following people on Pinterest. Haven't really followed a lot of people on Facebook, but since moving to Oklahoma, there's a lot of small town community just on Facebook. Like if you want to know what's going on in town, you need to be up to date on Facebook. So that has opened my eyes to one, in the new year. Okay, I'm not supposed to be talking about what I'm doing in 2021, but I will be on my website, Facebook, actually using that. Like I'm gonna disconnect my family Facebook on my phone, so that way I'm forced to constantly use my website Facebook group, if that makes sense. All that to say, on my personal Facebook, I've been following, like I started following Stitching with the Housewives. I followed like Cross Stitch, Dimensions, a couple other ones. And I came across Durene Jones. Never heard of her. I don't really remember seeing her on Flosstube anywhere. And she just posted, oh, my needle. Okay, so Durene Jones uploaded a free chart on her Facebook page, and she's uploaded a few, and I'm gonna show it. It is a free chart, and it says so on it. And go to her Facebook group, and it's this snowman, okay? And it's Love at Christmas. I'm not doing the at Christmas because this is going to be a January thing. And I started this 2 nights ago, And if you remember my, my RIP dyed, I shared some, maybe I didn't. I RIP dyed some opalescent Ada. And this is blue, and it's like a very light blue. It's hard to see. I'm in a new location here. Anyway, so it's glittery, and that's what I'm stitching the snowman on. And I'm gonna finish this on a snowman that we painted. I'll put a picture here. And it's just, it's gonna be cute, and I think it's gonna be fun. And so this is gonna be out for January, and then I guess I have some haul that I'll share later too. So this is a WIP that I've got currently. So the one that I'm actively working on is that. I also, it's wet, but let me go get it. I stitched this unicorn yesterday, and I used a water soluble marker. And so I was just blotting it, and then I thought I didn't want to have any like differences in the fabric since it's white. So I just decided to wet the entire thing. And so it's drying, and it's just very light, and it's very pretty. And I don't know how I'm gonna finish this yet, but that is another WIP that I have right now. I guess it's FO'd, but it's not FFO'd. So this has been really fun. I have a lot of unicorn inspired things that I'm gonna be working on in the next couple of months, which is very fun. My kids love it. I love it. I'm having a good time. Let me see if I can turn you around. See, we're very much into the unicorns. We've got a unicorn ornament, and then both my kids got these this year. They love the unicorns, and this year I thought, why not have a fun tree? Why not? This is my daughter's favorite. It's a hippo ballerina. Her favorite Christmas song is I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. So anyway. So that is what I've got going on right now. Those are my finishes, my WIPs, but I thought it would also be fun as like a year in review to kind of discuss like what I finished, what I've got working on going into the next year, because I have a video that I want to do about like 2021 goals, like what I have kitted up, and these are the projects I want to do. That's going to be around New Year's. So let's talk about my WIPs that you may not have seen since I've started Flosstube that I have going into 2021. I'll be right back. Okay, so kind of like a year in review. I have finished 11 things this year, which to a lot of people in Flosstube, that's not a lot. That's a lot for me. That's the most I've ever done. And I have 6 FFOs and 5 FOs. So I fully finished Sleigh Bells Ring by Little House Needleworks, Candy Cane Coop by Stitching with the Housewives, the 2020 Santa by Prairie Schooler. I fully finished the October Calendar Girl by Little House Needleworks, Boo Trick or Treat by Stitching with the Housewives, and All Hallows Eve by Teresa Kogut, which you have all seen here. I've all shared those here. I have finished, but just have it done, just have it stitched. It's Santa's List by Country Cottage Needleworks, which you've seen. Naughty or Nice by Hands On Design, which you've seen. I stitched the apron on one of the Stitching with the Housewives. I never ended up fully finishing that, unfortunately. Let's see, Boo to You by Prairie Schooler, which you saw, I have not fully finished. And then I have finished Home of the Brave by Little House Needleworks, which is the second of 3. So I've got my third one to finish, 2021, and then I'll finish all of them, Land of the Free, Home of the Brave. Forget what the other one is, all at the same time, so that way they're uniformly finished. Okay. And my WIPs, I have 7 WIPs going into 2021. My Just Nan Dragonfly, which you saw. Okay, my Mill Hill Down the Chimney, which you saw. My Free Snowman Short by Durene Jones, which you just saw. So that's 3 of 7. So I have 4 of these that you haven't seen yet. I'm gonna start with the oldest one. I started this in January, and it is Dimensions Gold Collection. What is this called? Moonlit Cabin. And I really want to stitch on this again. So, yep, here's the cover. My hands are shaking like crazy. Let's see, so that's the cover. I guess this is how I wound the threads, but a lot of blues, and greens and yellows and browns. And the fabric, it's stitched on 18 count navy blue Aida. And this is, I've got the cabin going. So I stopped stitching this and then I never brought it back out. But this is definitely something that I would like to continue working on. Definitely. So yeah, definitely would like to finish that. I like Dimensions kits a lot. There's no real reason why. I put this away and then I got kind of caught up in all of the things that Flosstube was doing, and I wanted to do patriotic things, and it doesn't want to seal like the way it was. But this has been put away in a box, so I'm not worried about like any fading or anything like that. Sometimes with the navy blue, like I don't want any color changes. So Moonlit Cabin by Dimensions. Next, I'm doing this out of order. I'm doing, I have American Sampling. So I started the Dimensions kit in January. And then, let's do that next. Sorry. And then also, I think January 28th of this year, I started Spring String by Lizzie Kate. And I never came back to it. It's not, I saw a Lizzie Kate and it's not in here. Never mind. But I have that as a WIP. American Sampling. I have American Sampling by Little House Needleworks. This looks like this. I really liked this a lot. Have a fancy thread holder, and apparently I bought the fancy floss for it. This is what I have stitched so far. Yeah, so that, now that I've stitched a lot more in the second half of the year, I feel like this should go pretty quickly. So that's gonna be, I feel like I could probably finish that in a month, among other projects. I just haven't sat down to do it. So yeah, I really like that. I've got a lot of Americana patterns that I purchased last year that I would like to get back to. And then finally, I have this, which I have all of the called for finishing materials, which I never do, but I loved this so much, exactly how it was. And without further ado, it is the Rooster and the Hens by Little House Needleworks. I love exactly how it's finished. I do want to eventually also buy the pins, the little chicks and the eggs. I think a lot of people did color conversions for this. Not me. No idea what I'm stitching this on. Oh yeah, I do. It's 28 count raw natural casual linen. Guys, oh, I started this in May. So, all the called for threads for it. this is what I have done. This is definitely a finish if I were to buckle down and finish it. Love this. I think it's so pretty and delicate. So I definitely want to have this finished for spring and have it out, you know, until fall. I'm trying to think of where I have that Lizzie Kate string. I don't know where it is. It's in like, it's just, I mean, I know it's in one of two places, but it would take me a while to go finagle for it. So yeah, so that's what I have going on. So I'm gonna be working on those next year, and I have a lot of stuff kitted up, and I'm gonna be writing a list, and I'm gonna be sharing that with you, and I'll probably pull these back out just to refresh your memory. And I have never really had this many things kitted up before, and I want to stitch them in 2021, and I've become quite a completionist in 2020, and so I feel confident that I can get most of them done. And I had some haul, but I guess I'll wait for the next video where I'm sharing the stuff for 2021, so that way you guys can see it too. So I'll be showing you my progress just like a regular Flosstube, and then I'll also be sharing haul and my goals for 2021. Like I said, if you haven't already, go to my website. I've got plenty of stuff there that I've been posting a lot. I'll have a bunch of links down below to stuff that was relevant to today's video. I hope you guys have been doing really good. I hope that you guys enjoyed your December. I mean, we have another week and a half of it. I hope you also saw Jupiter and Saturn, the, you know, Christmas star last night. We did. I felt like it was quite miraculous and very much enjoyed it. It was wonderful. But we are doing good. I hope you and your family are doing good. I hope you're enjoying your stitching. I hope that you are enjoying this Christmas season. And I hope that you just have a great time. And I'll see you guys really soon. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. With that being said, please subscribe. Please like today's video. Please follow me on all of my social media, which I will have linked down below. And I will see you sooner than later. Bye.